Wagner Turtle Island, home of the Catawba ponies. This is our land. Always has, always will be. For those of you who are still confused, calling yourself a color black when your skin is brown, I want to let you know there was no such thing as African American. There was no such thing as color black for a people, for a race of people. You are brown, you always have been brown. You would die brown. If you don't learn your colors now, your youth will be repeating the same lie that you've been repeating all these years, calling yourself black when you are not black. We have history in this land, all over this country. All you have to do is just look around and you will see it. So I'm filming this right here to show you. This is Turtle Island. We still here on Turtle Island. You better recognize. Tribe up, rise up. Stephen Red Clay say peace and love. And I'm out. Stephen Red Clay here, doing a short video clip of Turtle Island, showing the many turtles that we have on our land. Check it out. Another video of Turtle Island showing that this is our land. We have arrows in the ground, huge arrows. This is Indian country, no doubt about it. Check it out, Indian country. Stephen Redclay again. I want you to check out our land, still here. We just have to stand up and let everyone know that we still here. This belongs to us. As you can see, nature is in harmony. There's a squirrel and a rabbit hanging out together. They're not fighting each other like we are. They're getting along. Although they cannot communicate with each other, one feels that the other one is not a threat, so they tolerate each other's company. Also, there's a dove on the ground hanging out with the squirrel and the rabbit. Now, how much more harmony do you need when you look and see this? How nature treat each other. As you look closely, you can see the fish swimming in the creek, trying to make a living. There's a bird that's sitting on the edge of the water, waiting for his meal. This is his 9-to-5 job. He has to get out and get it every day. But the fish run a gauntlet when they venture too close to that bird. He's been waiting all day to get a meal. So just like he has to get out and work, we have to work. And the ripple you see in the water is the fish hunting for smaller fish. And the bird just sitting there patiently waiting. So as they get closer to him, oh yes, he's gonna be happy. As you can see, the creek is moving as the tide is picking up. As the tide picks up, the water moves faster. You know, this water is brown. A long time ago, these streams used to be crystal clear. Our people was able to reach down and drink a handful of water without fear of getting sick. Wish it was like that again. Yeah, that water is really moving now. I see a turtle over there and a fish. Current is moving him around as well. Look at the fish if you can see it on camera. Look at that, that's a lot of them. It's probably not going to show up good on this because of the glare, but I can see it with my naked eye. Nice. If I had me a net, I could throw it off in there and take a meal home. All of a sudden, the current stopped moving. The water just froze right there. That's weird. It's not moving at all. It just stopped. When you're in the woods, you want to be quiet and listen to the sounds. Animals that live here, they know to be stealthy. They know to walk quietly and keep their ears open. Keep their eyes moving for any sounds. And that is what we ought to do as well. Learn from nature. This is part of us. When you pass by a water hole, look at the tracks in the ground. See what's been visiting the area. As you can see the little footprints here, raccoons been visiting. Sometimes you may see bobcat prints, so you want to get a little closer. You may see coyotes. You may see a fox. Right here shows the ground being disturbed. Little hideaway up under the bridge. Nice and quiet. If you hear birds around, that means it's okay. But when it gets quiet and all the animals leave, that's when you need to be concerned. So I'm in the woods. This is where I'm most comfortable for all you city slickers. This is what you call getting back to nature, where it's quiet, no sound, quietness, peaceful. Listen. This is what the woods sound like. It's always quiet. You'd be surprised how many people are afraid to go into the woods. They think something's gonna grab them. Been watching too many television shows. Actually, it's where you can come and clear your thoughts, where you can listen to nature. This right here is a mushroom that you don't want to eat. That right there is poisonous. So if you eat that, you're gonna see flying elephants. Right. Right here is what you call deer tracks. And it looks like to me it was a very big deer. If you look at the size of it, that's a male. And he came right through this trail here. This stick here has been broken off. This is where the males rub their horns on the stick when they pass through here. Females come through smelling for scent marks. But that's what this is. You can see where they've been breaking the sticks off. This spot here, where this pine is laid out, this is where the deer come and hide out during the day, and they bed down where it's away from human eyes. And they keep their ears open at all times, listening. If you listen good, I can hear a human walking through the woods. There he is. I can see him, but he can't see me. He even has a dog with him. This is how we survived in the woods, through stealth. We always got our ears open, and we always looking. And they never know that we're there. Always keep your eyes open, your ears open. Listen, look, and learn. If you look closely, you see little dark patches that's pushed up all over the ground. This right here is what wild hogs do. Wild hogs come and they tap the ground looking for grubs on the bottom of the soil there. So normally at 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, when it's nice and quiet, wild hogs come out and they dig up the ground looking for grubs. They use their snout to push the soil up. This right here is a hog's footprint. That little spot right there. It's a wild hog's footprint. It's another mushroom all over the woods. But see, when you're down low, this is how they see you walking through the woods, because they down at ground level and we up high. So we got to look through the brush to see they already down low, so they can see anything that's moving. So this is what you got to do. Every now and then stop, look, and listen. This is a little pond I ran up on in the woods. Let me go over here toward the pond. And see what's out here. It's real quiet. I'm sure it's loaded with fish. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some alligators in this water. Oh yes, you can survive in the woods. All you gotta do is keep your eyes open, be in tune to nature. There's a bird on the other side on the branch, waiting for a fish to jump so he can swoop down and get him. Fish just jumped. As soon as I got up, he jumped in the water. Nice. This is another angle of the lake. Well, the little pond is in the woods. Nice and quiet. This right here is sumac. I hear some people take these and boil them to get the poison out of them, but you can't eat them raw. The birds love them. Pretty though. Nice color. When you're walking in the woods, you want to always look down for wild grapes. This right here, it's a wild grape. It's a mustardine. Just like grapes that you buy in the grocery store. These are kind of small and premature. I'm sure there's some in the trees. Some in the trees is not quite ripe. And they get pretty big. Just like in the grocery store, you can fill yourself up with grapes. This right here is called honey goat weed. You can make goat tea out of it. Here's another piece right here. Let me film it. This plant right here has little soft cotton-like balls on it. The leaves are smooth. It feels velvet, like some kind of cloth material. But what you do is you pick the leaves, put it on the board, and let it dry out. Once it dry out, then you crunch it up and put it in a diffuser to keep the particles from floating through your tea bag. And you can boil this, or you can just pour some hot water over it once you get it dried out, and you put it in a tea decanter, and it has a minty smell to it as well. But this right here is called goat weed, and they call it goat weed tea when you make tea out of it. Some people online call it horny goat weed. Say it makes you horny. But smells good, tastes good. Now this shows a game trail that goes down into the woods. Every now and then you'll see a game trail like this. Just like we walk down sidewalks, they have little game trails that they walk down, and they don't vary to the left or to the right, they stay on those same appointed trails, and they know it's safe to use that path. Those are the things that we look for when we going in the woods. We want to use the same path that they've been using. Just like when the Europeans came to this country, we already had trails and paths all over this country. They turned around and paved it and then charged us to use our same path. They renamed them, gave the name that they wanted to give them, but they were all paths. They were all trails. All these old small towns that you go to when you out of the large cities, those were our towns. Those were our villages. A lot of those places they made reservations out of. The others, they just call them little small towns, townships, that they call them. But they were ours.